y'all, it's Reed here, Holly Creek Farms. Just doing another video today. We've got feeding some hay. We're trying to feed out most of the last bit of hay we've got stored outside. We're feeding this to some spring calving cows. So this isn't the best quality hay that we put up this year. I know you might be able to tell that from a distance, but maybe not either. But we can put this hay up. Heather and I came up here. We rolled this in September, early September. We're feeding it today, and it's the end of January. Probably should have had it fed out by now, but we haven't. So I'm trying to get it fed definitely before it gets to be springtime. We get asked this a lot. Y'all net wrap hay? That's pretty cool. We were one of the first people around us that got a net wrap on their baler. We've had net wrap since 2010 on our Vermeer hay roller, and it's been pretty good to us. I'll say that. It kind of stinks on a day like today. You know, you're gonna have to get off the tractor, cut the net wrap off, but you can tell Heather zoomed in there on that row on the left. Got a couple more left. There's definitely some waste still associated with wrapping with net wrap, but this wasn't the best quality hay in the world. We didn't have a lot of barn space. We stored it outside. I stored it in a place that gets a lot of sun, so the bales have as much opportunity as they can to dry out once it rains. I think it's important to talk about, when you're talking about that, to talk about tight bales. So we roll our bales to get really tight. So I put them in a place that doesn't get a lot of shade. That would be the worst thing you could do for storing hay outside. But then you put net wrap on it. I think it's important to tell you that we put about 2.5 revolutions of net wrap, sometimes 3 revolutions. That'll hold it together and bond it really well. But you can see in the pictures, there's some waste associated with storing outside. So we did this in the first September, so you have September, October, November, December, and January. So it's been stored outside for 5 months. There's people that store hay outside for years. We've done that. It's not a great idea. If you don't have to, you will lose a lot more. If you go over, a year on stored outside hay, it really, really tends to degrade a lot. So you can tell that it's not. What's nice about net wrap, we're moving on the road here. Like, if I'd wrapped this with sisal twine, there would have been hay scattered the whole way so far. The strings will not last 5 months stored outside. So we'd have been losing hay the whole way, which it wouldn't have been great quality hay. Still, you wouldn't want to lose the hay on the road and put other people's lives in danger. So I think net wrap for us is a good thing. Our baler also has twine on it, so you don't just have to use net wrap every time, and we don't. I twine tie a lot of hay that we feed ourselves because it's nice to not have to get off the tractor to open a gate. Then if the cows are out there, go pull through the gate, get off the tractor, shut the gate, pull up a little bit, because when you cut the net wrap, a lot of times there will be some hay that falls off. So I think it's nice to have some string tied bales for what we're feeding. But a lot of the hay we sell is net wrap. It's, folks that are feeding in barns a lot of times. So it holds together really well when you're hauling it. It's really nice when you're rolling the hay to use net wrap. You go from tying a bale in about 10 seconds. With net wrap, it can take a minute with twine if you put a lot of twine on. And like I said, your twine still, if you store the hay outside, your twine still won't hold on there unless you use plastic twine. If you use plastic twine, you got to get off the tractor. And I'm telling you right now, 100% certain, this is easier to cut off than plastic twine. So we tried that, man. I think we're still finding plastic twine. That's been 15 years ago. So I hope y'all find this video informational. Really enjoyed it. We try to put out some stuff that might help you all down the road. But if I had the opportunity to buy a baler that had both twine and net wrap, I would definitely do it. I think it's really nice to have both options. It's been really good to us. We've been doing that for 12 years now, 12 hay seasons, and it's been great. There's a lot of times you'll say, well, let's just twine tie it. There's no in rushing us. It takes a little bit longer, fine, and then we can, we'll have that hay to feed, which is really easy for us. We don't cut the sisal twine when we feed it to our cattle. So hope y'all enjoyed, and have a good rest of the day. It's been Reed with Solid Creek Farms.